Guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we hop into it, I do want to give a huge, absolute, massive thank you to all you guys who have recently showed support, and those of you who have been here from the start. My goal when I started this channel was to hit 1,000 subscribers before Madden 25, and you guys made that happen 5 months early. Guys, I couldn't be more proud and more thankful for what y'all are doing in my life and for this channel. I absolutely love it. I'm going to try to keep these videos coming every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I obviously do have a full-time job and a wife who needs my love, care, and affection. But I've crunched the numbers. Monday, Wednesday, Friday should work out just fine. You come for a little off-menace mini schemes and you stay for the gameplay. Now, that just leads me into my next point. I do apologize if I'm losing my voice. I sound nasally. I've got allergies are slapping me around left and right. There's nothing I can do about it. Guys, you know what time it is. Go out there and find something to be thankful for. Every day is a true blessing. Don't take one day for granted. And always go out there and put it on a dadgum show in everything you do. I got no other words, guys. We're about to get into one of the most diabolical and troll little mini schemes I think I've ever laid my little thumbs on. So y'all know what it is. Look, we're going to go over the scheme now. And then on Friday's upload, I'm going to run this one formation or this one scheme the entire game. And we'll get into a couple games. This is obviously going to be a huge QB run scheme. We're going to QB blast almost the entire way down the field. I'm going to know it. My opponent's going to know it. His family's going to know it. My grandma's going to know it. And she doesn't know a lick about football. But it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Because, like, there's almost no way to stop it unless Madden just gives you some sheds. Which will happen, right? Well, which will happen. But you know what happens? We lose a yard, we run it again, and we're going for a touchdown. It's how Madden works. 1 yard up the middle is like 5 on the outside. Simple math. Now, the abilities for this formation. O-line abilities are great, not absolutely essential, but could make this even worse because they do help kind of minimize the inside stuffs and all that stuff. So double me on your left and right guard could be disgusting. Obviously, for your quarterback with these QB run schemes, you always want fast break. Always, always, always. Whatever you want after that, completely your decision on Mutt. I know a lot of people can get Hot Route Master, which would add, like, guys, when I tell you that this scheme might actually be unstoppable, I'm not lying. But guys, let's get into it. No words. Let's get into it. So we're going to be out of the Baltimore Ravens playbook. We're going to be looking at the gun quads. And then also the heavy Raven. I hope you know where I'm going with this. So this formation is going to have 4 wide receivers on the right side of the field, and then or on the left side of the field. Goodness, am I dyslexic? Goodness. You're typically going to have 4 receivers to the right side of the field and then a receiver to the left side of the field. What you're going to do is you want your best tight end, the one if he has tight end apprentice, put him on the end, keep him on the inside. I've got Mark Andrews here. We're going to keep him right there. Second best tight end, typically your faster tight end, right? You don't, he's, as far as run blocking, is not super essential. But you want your faster tight end there. And then obviously your third best, honestly, make him kind of a jack of all trades. He can run block, he can pass block. He's got a little bit of speed. Again, on Mutt, you can have absolute goons at every position. Doesn't even matter. And then these 2 outside guys are going to be running backs. Now, when you're subbing in your running backs, make sure this guy on the right side is more kind of your fullback, your bigger body. He can get in the way. He can block a little bit better. And then this left side is going to be more like your Christian McCaffrey, the running back you actually want to give the ball to if you need to, or the guy that's going to try to route somebody up down the field, like i.e. Christian McCaffrey. Now, the only audibles I need to make are the gun empty. Wide receiver screen, 4 verticals, and QB blast are going to be in there. You're going to want to put double out or out double under. I can't read apparently, and that's it. You're set to go. Now this formation, guys, you've got a QB blast or a really heavy run out of every formation you can audible to. Let's go through what formations exactly that we can audible to. So obviously we're coming out here in the gun empty quads. Very nasty. This QB blast, it's not a QB draw, it's a QB blast. Your QB is just going to take the off up the field. Now, the next one you can do is gun heavy Raven. Because we audibled, or because we substituted all the tight ends and the running backs in at the different spots, we can actually audible into the gun heavy Raven. This is going to give us the QB power, the mesh sit, and the QB blast. Now, there's a bunch of ways you can motion people to make these runs almost unstoppable. Like, what's crazy about this is your opponent's going to almost have to run commit on every single play, or absolutely sell out as far as run blitzing, all that kind of stuff, bringing people up to the line, which is going to, when you do pass occasionally, it's going to leave those pass plays so much more open. Or if vice versa, if you do try to pass a little bit more so out of this, or keep it kind of even kill, when you do hit those run plays, it's going to be disgusting. You're going to get at least 5 yards a pop, or you're going to be taken to the crib, or just a huge chunk play, because there's no way to guard both like well, right? You're got to sell out against either or. The only way I can really see this whole scheme getting shut down is if they play and if their man coverage just absolutely goes crazy. But the crazy thing is, if they come out in dollar man, guys, I've got 17 tight ends on the field. I've got all the big bodies that are on the Ravens. Like, I'm just gonna run it. And then the last formation you can actually audible to is goal line normal. Now, if y'all see where I'm going with this, guys, we're not bombing the field 90 yards down the field. We're not hitting one play tutties in the air, bombing cover 3, right? We're running the most diabolical offense known to man. I'm coming out in a gun empty and I can audible down the goal line. I'm coming out in gun empty and I can audible down to gun raven and QB blast. Like, I've got a QB blast out of 2 of the 3 formations that I'm coming out in that are absolutely so good. Now, let's get into these formations, or these plays. So the out double under, this is gonna be good. You've got a decently 15-yard out route, right? This is gonna go get over the hard flats and whatnot. Right here on this one, I might put Y or RB on a flat. Have a little concept like this. That way the drag or whatnot distracts the user, and you can hit that A route. Really, the most nasty pass play out of this is going to be verticals, as it is in most formations. What I really like to do on this one is, and again, with these pass plays, you're going to be mixing it up. Whatever works. Put A on a streak, RB on a drag, and then B on a smart routed in route. Now, this is going to absolutely dice up zone coverage. Now, this A route is going to push anything deep down the field, and then you've got the verticals coming in back underneath it. If the user takes the vertical, the little crosser route, you've got the drag underneath. If that gets covered up, then you've got, if you're not somebody's sack lunch by then, you've got this dig route coming up 10 yards down the field. That's going to be open. Let's just run this real quick, see how this works. I could have smacked A route, or the A. Goodness, the A route. I could have just hot read him, but the user is probably going to be taking that, so I'm not going to do that. Again, with these pass plays out of these formations, you're really, you've got 1 or 2 really good ones, and then other than that, you're kind of just playing street ball with it. Now, another play you could do out of this vertical, since I don't have somebody with route tech or route apprentice or slot apprentice or anything like that, if I'm using the Ravens, right, if this is Mutt, I've got a hot route master probably. What you can do is you can actually motion this guy in, and this is going to come in play with the other plays that we're going to do. Let me actually move him over, because I'm not letting him get all the way to a spot. And then you've got the drag that's pulling everything underneath, and then you've got this backside dig, 5-yard dig that's really nice as far as dicing up zone coverage. Now with this guy, I'm gonna hike it right as he gets on the other side of this left tackle, and then that's gonna give me the spacing I need to get him over the top. Ha! Great job, Lamar. But y'all saw it there. This gives you a nice high-low read on this left side. But again, that comes into play with the QB blast. So let's get into that. The reason why we motion likely and we motion him on other plays is to make these other plays look similar to each other. So with Isaiah Likely, and you want to make sure you motion that second tight end, not the third, because for whatever reason when you motion snap him to block, he doesn't get up the field. He just kind of runs down the line of scrimmage like he's counting his toes or something. So with Likely, we're gonna wait. So we're gonna hike him right on the other side of Andrews there, right on his inside his left foot, and then he's gonna want to get up the field, absolutely just turn into a man amongst boys, and actually go crazy. I mean, guys, I'm not even trying to juke anybody, and I'm getting 10-15 yards a pop. This is disgusting. But guys, that's the QB blast. It's simple, but yet incredibly effective. Incredibly effective. Throw on some jukebox on your quarterback, and we're laughing while your opponent is literally burning his Xbox or his PC live on camera. He's gonna upload it. All right, guys, another play I want to go over this wide receiver screen. It's not gonna be the best play. but it can get really glitchy one of two ways. So the first way you can run it is just run it stock. It's just a wide receiver screen. This is gonna be really good if they're playing some sort of stack where they're stacking the box, but they're playing zone. It's gonna get nice spacing. Hold X when you catch it. You're gonna get some nice blocks. It can be really, really good. Now, the other way you can run this, and actually it gets a little weird. So you're gonna double this outside DN, and you're just gonna, right as you get the ball, start sprinting to the outside. Now you can see you actually like if they've got a spy, or if they don't have a spy and they're just gonna send that flat guy, you actually have 3 blockers that you can run that guy into. And it's just kind of I mean, dude, we were talking like a red zone play. Dude, this is, oh my, we're gonna make somebody pissed with this game. Now, as far as audibling down, now let's show the first audible. So we got QB power, we're gonna audible to. Your first 2 tight ends on the right side are gonna come in and be on the inside, or on the right side, and then the other 2 are gonna go to the other side. That's why I said when you put the guy on the far outside, you want him to be your bigger body. He's always going to, when you audible to this formation, he's always going to go line up on that left outside tight end position. Now, a couple ways to run this QB power. You can run it stock. It's okay stock. It's not the absolute best. If they like the blockers line up, right? If they're playing some sort of dollar and they pinch all their guys, just run it stock. But what you can do is actually motion this the left inside tight end. Now, dadgummit, Collier, get your over here. We're playing football. Now, what you can do, and when you're playing somebody online, their line's not going to auto motion like this unless they flip it manually. It's not going to do this. So you're going to do that, and look at these blocks, guys. That's a shed that just saved them a touchdown. It's disgusting. But make sure you motion that inside left tight end over. He's going to line up on the outside. If you motion, and I'll show you this later, if you motion the outside guy, he's gonna line up kind of like in front of Cook and in between Jackson and Cook. So I'll show you this one more time, and then we'll get jiggy with it. He's gonna want to do a jig sometimes. It's just let him feel it out. But those blocks, 9 times out of 11, go absolutely crazy. Now this mesh sit, there's actually a couple ways, and again, these are gonna look like the other run plays. Every play we're gonna kind of look, if we're motion somebody, we're gonna have 2 or 3 plays out of it, out of that same exact look. So as we do that, we're gonna motion him over. It's the same look as the QB power. Now what you can do is, look, he's doing a jig. Put B on a streak, and then you can leave the double streaks. The double drags, honestly, doesn't make a care to me in the world. Now I'm gonna be sacked, but we've got RB that we could hot read it and throw it inside away from the outside corner. Let me set this up one more time. So let's try to get this going. You see we got Y just absolutely naked. I mean, dude, I don't know who 88 is, but he's out here scoring 1-play touchdowns out of the most troll offense I could think of. So there you go. There's 2 plays, 2 with a QB run and a pass play. They're gonna look the exact same way with the motion. Now, another way you can run mesh sit. This is literally the only pass play out of this formation. So we're gonna be turning some things around. Again, if you've got Hot Route Master, you can do so many more things with this, and it's honestly kind of makes me cry myself to sleep at night. But we all know, man, what is that one? Oh, y'all just saw it. What is that? I forgot what this is what this is out of on the deuce close. Anyway, we can literally make the same exact play. We've got a deep corner on this left. You're gonna streak X, put A because he does have tight end apprentice on the little trail route, and then drag B. This, guys, if you don't know, out of the, I think it's deuce close, tight end angle, I think is what it's called. This play is absolutely disgusting, ran stock. So we've made it. We've made the exact same thing. B's open, A's open, and then Y, if we throw that underneath, user catch that, that's open as well. It was one of the most troll plays whenever deuce close was kind of popular, I guess you could say. I wouldn't say it's a meta, but it's definitely, it was up there. You could just run it straight like this. I'm getting blitzed, and then, I mean, there's going to be something open. It's a very hard play to run, and now we've got it out of one of the craziest QB troll run schemes that I could think of. Now those are going to be the main kind of pass plays that I have set, right, that I have plans for. Other than that, I have tight end apprentice on Mark Andrews so I can just out here play street ball, motion some people out, do some crazy things. But overall, those are the two kind of major, bigger, you know, we noted them, pass plays of this formation. Now, this QB blast, whenever you motion down, like I said, this is where you're going to start audibling or start motioning these outside tight ends. So make sure, so you see the arrow from Lamar, how it's kind of going to the left. I want this to go to the right. So I'm going to flip it with the right stick. I'm going to push it to the right side. It's going to flip the play to the right side. Now, I'm going to motion this guy in. Now I've got two blockers. This is a QB blast. Edwards and Cook are going to scream up the field with their heads down. And like, they're not worried about their own safety. They're going to go block for Lamar, and we're going to give some dadgum yards. Show it to you one more time, guys. Make sure you flip the play first before you motion this guy, because once you motion him, you actually won't be able to do it. And then double team. And then let's go crazy. Let's follow our blockers. I'm getting, what is that, 10 yards? I don't know. Lamar Jackson's actually fighting the entire team himself, like Thanos over here. If you're running to the left, I'm going to motion the outside guy over here. This could be nice because now I've got somebody leading up the hole, and then somebody who might go block, you know, a cutback. Look at that. Boom, cutback. If 52 gets blocked a little bit longer, that's probably a one-play touchdown. All you need is one or two good blocks, and you're gone. And then the last formation you can actually go into is goal line. Yeah, goal line. Guys, when I say we're trolling people out here, we're trolling people out here. Because if Washington doesn't probably have the best 2 D tackles in the game, I'm getting a guaranteed yards every single time. Because I'm coming out in a empty look. Yeah, it's going to tell them I've got 3 tight ends and 2 running backs on the field. But it's an empty look. They're going to have to come out guarding an empty look for the most part in some sort of nickel package. And then I can literally audible down into goal line and all these other formations that just have runs that are they're gonna if they come out and to cover the empty look. I can audible down, or I can just run the QB blast. It's gonna destroy all of their dollars, their dimes, all that kind of stuff. If they come out in a run heavy, if they come out in a run heavy formation like 3-3-4, 4-3, 4-4, really even 6-1. Because I'm so spread out, they're not going to be able to guard it very well. We're playing chess out here while our opponents are playing Connect 4. And next thing they know, their console's out the window. And I'm laughing. Guys, that's going to be it. Again, I can't thank you enough for the support. If you could, hit that like button for me. We'll keep coming out with these and the gameplays and the franchise and all the goodies that y'all have subscribed for. Guys, as always, y'all go out there and put on a show. I'll keep doing my thing around here, and I'll see you in the next one.